Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast here by Weather Forecast. It's actually a rather different video here. It actually could be exciting for many of you guys. We're going to be seeing an impressive September snowstorm here that's going to be kind of the origin up in the Rockies, about Montana, even in Idaho. It's actually going to be very impressive and even make its way all the way up into the south central, including Texas, New Mexico, and even Oklahoma. And I know we don't really see that much in September. We usually see those mountain rocky snowstorms really that are limited in higher elevations, but this will be a very, very widespread. It can even bring blizzard conditions due to the 50 plus miles an hour that we will be seeing at the same time where that snow will be here. We're going to be seeing triple digits today and in really warm temperatures for portions of the Rockies, but that ridge will actually end up breaking, and that's going to allow a major Arctic blast to come in for the central portion of the United States. It's going to bring in 30 plus degrees below average. So we're going to be seeing a huge major change in the weather conditions for a portion of the Rockies and the Western Plains. So definitely going to go from summer to winter in 24 hours or less. Winter storm watches and advisories have been issued for portions of the higher elevations scattered from South Dakota, portions of even Montana. I believe even portions of Wyoming and Colorado already have windstorm watches and advisories. But before we get the video, please subscribe and hit the like button if you're new. But without further ado, let's get this major, potential, very impressive September snowstorm. Alright guys, here's a look at the National Weather Service. And as you see, we have a lot of excessive heat warnings and red flag warnings. And you're like, Adrian, what? There's going to be a snowstorm? Yeah, I know that's the big question. I mean, we're gonna be seeing an impressive drop in temperatures here. We're already seeing already starting to see some changes in temperatures for far northern North Dakota, Montana, but portions right here that have red flag warnings is because it's going to be very dry, hot, and obviously going to be seeing some very windy conditions. So that's not what you see right before a snowstorm, because this could start bringing snow in Montana by tonight and reach areas of Colorado by Tuesday here. But as you see, we already have winter storm watches for downtown Denver and north of Colorado Springs here. Denver, Castle Rock, areas near Canyon City. You guys are under winter storm watches here. And as you see, winter storm watches are right next to the red flag warnings. That is not a big mix. That you don't see that mix at all. And look, 71 degrees right now for Denver. And it is what? 8 in the morning now, right now? That is not something you see typically. And we already have windstorm watches now for portions of your Rapid City, even Hill City for portions of South Dakota. And guess what? There's red flag warnings right next to those areas as well. But as you go into the Rockies and Montana, it's going to be a little bit different. We're actually starting to see those temperatures already dropping those areas. We have Helena, Boulder, Great Falls, Chateau, Lewiston, Stanford. You guys, even Bozeman, are under winter weather advisories. And winter weather advisories for portions of Montana means anywhere from 3 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches. That's what a winter weather advisory kind of means really. That's what the expectations are for Montana. But look what's right next to it. Red flag warnings for Bozeman as well. Red Lodge, Billings, areas near Yellowstone. And then we have areas into the border where Idaho are under windstorm watches here. And we actually have high wind warnings. Like I'm saying, we're going to possibly see blizzard conditions, because we can see, look, possibly 40 plus miles an hour here. But AC, Salmon, Dillon, Chalice, Spencer, you guys are all under high wind warnings. That's right next to those red flag warnings and those winter weather advisories. So we're going to be seeing some really windy conditions. That's going to help possibly make a better chance for snow accumulation. I know, really hot right now. It's like dead center summer temperatures for portions of these areas that will get snow, surprisingly. And it's going to be a very widespread and impressive snowstorm based on September. I mean, September, we usually limit that snow for higher elevations, but this could make it as far south as the southern plains near that far northern counties of Texas, the far western counties of Oklahoma, even portions of northeastern New Mexico. So it's going to be really impressive. We're going to be monitoring next coming hours by the end of today, see if those red flag warnings end up starting to get less widespread, because those cold temperatures could be arriving very soon. And it's going to be a drastic change up to possibly 60-degree difference for some areas, including Denver. So it's going to be really, really impressive. So here's looking at the European model, and this is actually, let's go back to where we're going to start seeing snow right here. I mean, we're going to start seeing snow by the end of today, and even portions of tonight for a portion of near Yellowstone, scattered areas of South Dakota and Montana. And as you see, look at those ice bars, extremely close. That's indicating very, very windy conditions. So that's going to be possibly meaning blizzard conditions. It's gonna be extremely windy. We have high wind warnings for a reason, and that's gonna be all right where that snow and rain is. So it's gonna be really, really messy, especially for September there. And as you see, look at that low pressure, and that's going to be over Denver. Actually, it's going to be over southeastern Colorado. And look how close those ice bars are. Extremely, extremely close, which is meaning it's going to be very, very windy. As we get further into now, closer into now Monday night, kind of Monday tomorrow, Monday night into Tuesday morning, we're gonna start seeing those really widespread snow fall totals and snow starting to spread more now into portions of Nebraska. Yeah, in western Nebraska there, extremely heavy snow with those winds will bring in blizzard conditions near Casper, Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and that's gonna start ending up now into Colorado by Tuesday. Gonna bring in it's gonna be less windy once it gets to Denver and Colorado, but it will possibly still be, I wouldn't say blizzard conditions for those areas, but could be very close to blizzard conditions, around 40 to 50 miles an hour there. As it gets into areas near Colorado, also going to be seeing some sleet here, so it may take a while to accumulate since it's going to be it will be so hot the day before. But since it's going to be such a rapid freeze and a rapid Arctic blast, it's going to come in so fast, that can help cool off significantly the roads and surfaces before that snow gets there. So it may take a couple hours maybe to accumulate. I know it can accumulate in seconds once it's actually winter for portions of Colorado, but it may take a couple hours, and it's going to be so hot. But once that snow gets heavier and the winds really start howling, it'll get pretty messy here, and we could see some decent amount of accumulation there. And then by Wednesday, it's going to be arriving for portions of far northern Texas, far western Oklahoma, New Mexico, and that snow will start to die down a little bit, maybe less, obviously, as it goes into areas that are warmer, like only 40s and 30s. That's going to really help this kind of just convert into rain. It could definitely possibly bring in a big severe weather, or not a big, potential, maybe a severe weather event, maybe a slight or enhanced risk, maybe for portions of the South Central. That's obviously what we see with snowstorms. We see severe weather for portions of the South, so that's exactly what we're going to be really monitoring as well. So as you see here, you're going to start seeing some snow rather soon in the coming areas of the Rockies and Montana. So this is going to be next around 24 to 20 hours here. You're going to start seeing that really some decent amount of snow. It's going to get gradually heavier. You see those isobars are really, really close here, which is obviously indicating extremely strong winds. That's going to be right there near Yellowstone. Could be seeing some really messy conditions in Yellowstone, Bozeman, areas near Helena, and even get to the point where it gets to South Dakota as well. But look at how dark those blues are, and that's going to be where those really windy conditions are. So could very well see blizzard conditions for areas near Casper, Cheyenne, Wyoming, areas for much of Wyoming basically there. And they're going to start arriving to Nebraska, Colorado. As you see, very, very windy here for portions of South Central and South Central, possibly in Central Colorado there. And those really heart of the rock is going to bring possibly, could be very close to blizzard conditions there, but really heavy snow for Denver. Going to get some light snow for Kansas, some light snow for Nebraska, and it's going to even make its way, impressively make its way to portions of southwestern Kansas near Dodge City. Really, really heavy snow there. Definitely the European showing a lighter snowfall for portions of the South Central, but GFS is really showing really, really heavy snow for Oklahoma, southwestern Kansas, far northern Texas, portions of New Mexico, and then it's going to start kind of winding down. And this is actually going to start winding down based on this by around late Wednesday to Thursday morning here. Let's take a look at the NAN 12, and as you see, this is actually next 30 hours. We're going to start seeing the snow arriving to Wyoming. It's just going to blast off from there. It's going to bring in really heavy snow for areas of western Nebraska, heavy snow for portions of much of Wyoming. There, even portions of Utah can start getting the action there. But now let's go and move into the South Central there, as that snow is going to really move to the south there for arriving areas near Colorado Springs, Denver, and they'll kind of possibly bring in maybe some ice threats as well. This ice may not be super thick, probably won't be super a huge issue, but for September, you gotta get used to merge into winter conditions there. But based on the NAM 12, we can be seeing some good amount of snow as far as North Platte, Nebraska, pretty far into Kansas, so that's pretty impressive there. And then it's not even going to show snow really for Texas at all, just ice, maybe some flurries. Maybe Albuquerque can get in the action there. But definitely, based on that NAM 12, it probably will be rather slow and rather not super impressive like the GFS and European show for Texas or areas like Oklahoma. So like I said, we're seeing extreme heat right now. You see, very, very warm. You're like, how are we going to see snow for these areas? How is that possible? How would it accumulate? But watch. That rear starts to break down there, that jet stream. It's going to be seeing a major cold front that's been waiting here. It's going to start going dead center. It's going to be really rapid freeze here. Rapidly freeze. As you see, we're going to be seeing a 12 to 20 degrees above average there. And watch. It's going to come in extremely fast. And it's going to bring in a lot of precipitation that's going to end up being snow. Look at that, possibly 20 to 30 degrees below average there. And it's going to be, look at that major change here. Like, that is on Tuesday. But if we look at now, we're going to be seeing up to 20 degrees above average. And then later on, we're going to possibly see up to 30 plus degrees below average. So this is exactly how we can manage to get the snow. I know the roads aren't warm enough, or the roads won't be cold enough. The roads will be super warm. It won't accumulate. Like I'm saying, it will accumulate depending on where you are, but this will bring in accumulated snow. It will. Denver, Wyoming, even Kansas, possibly New Mexico, Nebraska. You guys can get to see accumulated snow. And that's because it's going to be such a rapid freeze. It's going to help cool off those roads and surfaces extremely fast here. And look, it's going to be 30 degrees below average. It's not going to be like 8 degrees below average. Not that weak looking cold front. It's going to be a major Arctic blast. It's going to be right, and the worst of it will be where that snow will be. And we could be seeing below average temperatures by a mile, and even possibly winter temperatures, if not even dead center winter temperatures there. And this won't just leave right after. It's going to stick Tuesday or Thursday, Friday, even portions of Friday and Saturday, and then starts to die down by Sunday. But this is going to be a major and extremely impressive Arctic blast. It's going to be extreme, though, extreme. So here's looking at the snowfall accumulations for the European model. We will zoom in a little bit, but this is a general based on the GFS or European total accumulation. So all the way from Montana to portions of Oklahoma where it could be trace of snow in New Mexico. So this is going to be a really widespread and abnormally big September snowstorm. We usually don't see snowstorms in September this big. Usually they stay in Wyoming, they stay in Colorado, but not going out to Nebraska, South Dakota, New Mexico, And we're going to be seeing up to 2 feet of snowfall, possibly 24 inches of snow is likely for portions of the southern Colorado area. We're going to be seeing up to 7 to possibly over a foot of snow for portions of Wyoming. Could see that as well for portions of southern Montana here. But let's go and zoom in here. Let's go and check out now state-wise. Let's check out Wyoming, shall we? Let's check out Wyoming and see the snowfall for Wyoming. As you see, look, we're going to possibly see scattered areas that can see possibly around 17 to maybe 21 inches of snow right here for areas of scattered Wyoming. Areas near Cheyenne could possibly see up to anywhere from 7 to 10 inches of snowfall. Scattered areas into South Dakota can possibly see over a foot of snow. And as you see near downtown Denver could possibly see up to 9 to maybe 11 inches of snow, and even near just outside of Denver and Colorado Springs to the west in those areas of the Rockies, we're going to possibly see 10 to maybe even 15 inches of snowfall. Let's actually now check out now, shall we? Check out. Let's see if we can find as well areas near Oklahoma, as well portions even Nebraska. You guys can get that snow as well. So it's going to be really, really impressive here. But let's go and check out now Colorado and see the snow that we're going to be seeing in Colorado here. And here's what we have for Colorado here. It's going to be really impressive. You see up to 22 to possibly 24 inches of snowfall. 2 feet likely, guys, in September. 2 feet. And then we're going to even see a foot of snow for far northern far northern New Mexico. Going to possibly see a trace of snow for portions of Texas. A trace of snow, even maybe 2 inches of snow for Oklahoma. Going to be seeing a trace to 3 inches of snow for portions of Kansas. But look at this. Really areas into that far southern or south central Colorado will get a ton of snow there, up to 2 feet really. In areas near Colorado Springs can see a foot of snow. So it's definitely be very impressive. Not something you see every September. Here's like now as well as GFS, but they're also showing as well over 2 feet of snowfall. Actually, they're gonna possibly, let's zoom in closer to Wyoming here. They're gonna be showing possibly well over up to 27 inches of snowfall right here, in that kind of almost really pitch black, dark blue there, purple, up to 27 inches of snowfall. They're going to be seeing scattered areas of Montana that can be seeing over half foot of snowfall. Areas near portions of Wyoming as well can be seeing scattered areas around over a foot of snowfall. Cheyenne can possibly see over 11 inches of snowfall. Based on this, Denver could possibly see over possibly 8 inches of snowfall. Areas into just to the west, though, could possibly see just over a foot. And if we zoom in a little bit more now into the southwest, you can see that the GFS is actually favoring up to 8 to 11 inches of snowfall for Texas. I don't think that will happen, but definitely a huge difference to European, because European was kind of showing that snow really weakening and not being as rapid growth like European was showing. But European is showing up to a foot of snow for southwestern Kansas. That most likely what would happen. Not only because of the heat, but really it's just because that snow probably won't be heavy enough at that point to drop that much snow before it dies out. But areas near southwest or southeastern Colorado could possibly see it to 11 to maybe 18 inches of snowfall. Portions of New Mexico see over a foot. And then obviously even portions of Oklahoma could be seen over a foot based on the GFS here. But GFS isn't the best with snowstorms though. And here's also the last accumulation we'll be checking. This is pivotal weather, and as you see, they also show up to 15 inches to 13 inches of snowfall for portions of eastern Wyoming, as well for portions of central Wyoming. Could possibly drop over 7 to possibly 12 inches of snow for western Nebraska based on this, and could possibly go further inland near North Platte up to 1 inch of snowfall there. Looks like portions near areas near Denver can be seeing up to 9.7 inches of snow. Colorado Springs could possibly get maybe 6 to 7 inches of snowfall based on this. And then pivotal weather showing something crazy. They're showing almost 16 inches of snowfall, 16 inches of snow for a portion of southwestern Kansas. That probably definitely won't happen there. But that's two models that are showing extreme amount of snow there. For Kansas, they're showing, of course, possibly 13 inches of snow for Texas. That definitely won't happen there. But this is just what some of the models have right now. And last but not least, we're going to be checking the winds, because I know I've been saying we're going to be seeing some blizzard conditions because of the winds. And yeah, we definitely will. As you see, this is by late Monday, so that's when the snow will possibly be in eastern Wyoming there. As you see, you're going to be seeing scattered areas right here of possibly over 40 miles an hour. Can you guys imagine the gusts here? Possibly 60 miles an hour gusts. And even portions of the far northern Colorado can be seeing possibly over 50 miles an hour here, even 55. And look at this. The snow will be in Colorado by Tuesday. And look at this. Going to be seeing possibly over 58 miles an hour right here. And that's definitely going to be blizzard condition with the snow there. Portions of Nebraska and even Colorado near Denver could possibly see over 46 miles an hour. So this is definitely bringing blizzard conditions. This is going to be the same time frame, same time zone. And then even portions of Texas could possibly see 38 miles an hour, 42 miles an hour. But obviously the snow probably won't be as bad. Maybe because you're seeing some pretty rapid rate of flurries, but maybe not really extreme accumulation. So guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this different video. But yeah, we're gonna be definitely starting to get into that winter zone now. We're gonna be seeing a very big snowstorm. And once we get our first big snowstorm, we start to see more and more and more. So now we can possibly start seeing more winter storms, which means more winter-like videos. And we're also going to be, obviously, we're going to talk about the tropics as well. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye, guys.